All right, teams are lining up here. We are just about ready to go. Looks like Speck will be starting off here with McCarthy and Dobbs up front. Aldegary and Ancona on defense. We got 11:29. It's a running clock. I'm not sure if it's going to run the whole time, but here we go. Controlled by the Ice Hawks. That's McCarthy, back to Ancona, up towards McCarthy. That got past him off the boards and is down behind the net behind the Niagara goaltender. Dobbs collected it in the corner, sent it back around behind the net. It slid around the dash at Ancona at the hash mark. He sends a shot on net, stopped by the Niagara goaltender and held for a face-off with 11:04 left in the first. And that clock has stopped, so it seems like we will have stop time. That's good. Don't know why they didn't stop it to get the game started, but at any rate, here we are. We're at the Northtown Center here in Buffalo, just outside of Buffalo. Ginsty takes a draw, sends a shot on net, steered aside by the Niagara goalie. Van Ederson collects it in the corner, sends it out to Ginsty, but that got behind him. Ducharme collects it at the line, sends it towards the net just wide off the backboard. The Niagara team sends it to the side. Ducharme dropped it in, pokes it into the corner. Ginsty collects it and skates behind the Niagara goalie. He's circling, he's looking. Sends it back to Ducharme at the point. One-timer on net. Tipped just wide by the Niagara defender off the backboard. Now played into the corner. Now played out. Ooh, Niagara, that clearing pass hit a skate, bounced back in. Now they clear it out on the second attempt. That's Hammond at the Ice Hawks blue line. He sends it into the Niagara zone off of Ginsty's stick, off of Van Ederson's stick and collected by Ginsty. Ginsty took a shot on net, cleared of the zone by Niagara Falls. This is Aldegary. Ooh, he made a pass through the center. There was no one there. And that went the length of the ice. That's going to come back on an icing charge with 10:06 left in the first. All right, this face-off to the left of, our first view of Kelly Kane starting the game here. That's Domzalski taking the draw. He wins that back to Aldegary. Aldegary mishandles it up against the sideboard. Zhang came in, hit his man. The puck comes free. Aldegary has it. He's looking for a pass. Ooh, that's behind Lavoie. It's going to go the length of the ice, but Lavoie's going to collect it. It seems like it was blown back on icing, but I don't think it crossed the goal line. At any rate, I thought Lavoie got there beforehand. Well, it's not icing. It's not sure what that is. Okay, anyway, Ice Hawks collect it, control. They send it back to Aldegary. That pass hit a stick, goes the length of the ice. Touch, though. Niagara will get there first. They play it off the sideboard. Domzalski collects it, pokes it in the corner. Now resumes control behind the Niagara goaltender. He plays it to Zhang. Zhang plays it back behind the net, but there was no one there. Niagara plays it off the sideboard, kept in by Ancona. He sends a shot on net. Ooh, that rebound just went past Zhang. Now he collects it at the boards, sends it back to Aldegary. That's a weak shot from the point, wide off the boards behind the net. In the corner, that's Lavoie and Domzalski. Niagara comes away with the puck, though. They send it behind their goaltender. Zhang's going into the corner with his man. They come together. That puck is free. Zhang comes away with it. Domzalski comes in with support. He plays it back behind the net. Lavoie goes after it. Niagara Falls gets there first. They played it in the corner. Ancona drops down. That puck's poked in. That's Lavoie. Played it out to Zhang. Oh, Zhang redirected it just wide. Lavoie collects it behind the net. It comes out front. Not in range of any of the Ice Hawks. Now the Niagara Falls clears it to their zone. Played it off the sideboard. Ancona collects it just inside our blue line. Plays it to Aldegary. Aldegary moves in. He's got it in the Niagara side. Dumps to Speck. Speck, ooh, that centering pass hit a skate and deflected out of the zone. Collected by Hammond. Hammond goes cross-ice to McCarthy. McCarthy tips it forward. Speck's on the chase, poking it further forward. And a battle ensues at the hash marks there in the Niagara zone. Comes out. This is Dobbs heading toward the net from the dot. Shot on net. Collected by the Niagara goaltender and a trapper and held. 8:05 left in the first. Game's tied 0-0. Ice Hawks have been controlling play most of the time here. Spending a significant portion of the first half of the first period in the Niagara zone. That face-off controlled by the by Niagara Falls. Sent out front to Dobbs. Ooh, he redirected it on net, but the goalie made the save. Clear to the side by the Niagara defender, and now clear to the zone. That's going to go the length of the ice and will be called back on an icing charge with 7:49 left in the first. IceHawks make a change. Ginsty coming out with Delamore and Van Edersum up front. Hammond and Ducharme on defense. A couple of heavy shooters there. That's Ginsty. Ooh, that's controlled by by Niagara Falls. They play it off the sideboard, poke it past Hammond, and now they're in on that headman pass got beyond the Niagara forward. Ducharme broke it up and sent it forward. This is Ginsty now. He makes a move on the outside. Playing on the Olympic rink, there's a lot more outside than typical here. Plays it down to Delamora out in front. Oh, to Hammond, who got a nice shot. Goalie came across to make a beautiful save. That was a nice pass from Delamora to Hammond, and it was just about perfect. It sent the length of the ice. Icing waved off for some reason. That's Ducharme. Played it up the sideboard to Van Edersum. Makes a move inside, dumps to Ginsty, and Ginsty now starts a rush. Got Van Edersum on his left. He leaves it for Van Edersum. Ooh, that was poked beyond Van Edersum and Ducharme's grasp into the neutral zone. And Kona collected it, sent it to Ginsty. That hit a foot and went back all the way behind Kane. And Kona has it there. Plays it off the sideboard. That geometry wasn't what he intended. That's going to go the length of the ice and be called back on an icing charge with 6:47 left in the first. Game tied 0-0. Domzalski taking the draw. He's got Lavoie and McCarthy, I believe, up with him. Aldegary and Ancona on defense. That's controlled by Domzalski. Aldegary picks it up and starts skating on the left wing. He sends it into the zone. That's going to bounce off the backboard. Domzalski with a burst of speed. Ooh, has it coming together with the Niagara defender right at the end. That puck comes back, but doesn't get to Aldegary. Niagara Falls collects it, circles in their zone, now goes cross ice. That pass broken up, but now resumed by the Niagara control. They skated into the IceHawks zone, played around the dasher. That's going to slide behind Kane. And Kono collected in the corner. Ooh, but he's knocked down. Battle ensues here on the boards. Oh, and there is a call. Looks like Domzalski is going off for a roughing call.
What's his number? What was the call, sir? Roughing.
That face-off controlled by the IceHawks and sent the length of the ice. That's going to come back on an icing call. Face-off deep in the IceHawk zone. Speck taking the draw. One back. McCarthy's going to collect it there. He plays it behind the net to Ducharme. Ducharme lays it into the corner for Speck. Speck not able to clear. Niagara Falls keeps it in. Ducharme collects the puck and starts skating. He's got a bit of open ice, but there's a couple of Niagara defenders in front of him. He rains a shot in on net, collected by the Niagara goaltender and held for a face-off. With 5:42 left in the first. Sorry about that audio trouble. Game's tied 0-0. IceHawks currently on a penalty kill. That's a shot from Ancona. The puck's loose. Speck's in there. But no, the goalie controls it before it got across the line. Minute 6 seconds left in Domzalski's penalty. 5:37 left in the first. Game tied at 0. Speck lines up to take the draw. He wins it back to Aldegary, but there was he couldn't move the puck. It came out of the zone, and now Niagara pokes it back into the Ice Hawk zone. Aldegary's going to collect it. Ooh, behind Kane. That bounced. Hit a shard of ice or something. Puck comes out in front. It's loose. Down low, Niagara Falls takes a shot. Big save by Kelly Kane. Collected by McCarthy. He plays it off the sideboard. That's not going to get out. Kept in by the Niagara defender. 57 seconds left on this penalty. Puck clear to the zone. Speck puts the chase on. It's all the way down in the Niagara zone. They control it, though. Play it off the sideboard. And now that goes the length of the ice. Touch, though, so icing's waved off. Aldegary's going to collect it behind Kane. That clearing pass doesn't make it out of the zone, but it's called back on a hand pass. That'll come out of the zone. Just outside the Ice Hawks zone with 34 seconds left in the Ice Hawks penalty. 4:44 left in the first period. Ginsty lining up to take the draw. Niagara Falls controls. Back at their blue line. Now they play it off the boards. It bounces beyond their forward into the Ice Hawks zone. Ducharme comes away with it. He's got a bit of ice in front of him and one man to beat. He goes wide. All the way to the sideboard. Now he sends it towards the net. Steered aside by the Niagara Falls goaltender. In the corner, this is Ginsty. He plays it back to, no, that's stolen by the Niagara Falls team. They don't get past Hammond, though. Hammond pokes it free of their control. And they take a shot towards the net. Steered aside by Kane. That face-off is over now. Van Ittersum on a streak. Nope, that puck doesn't come out of the zone. Hammond collects it behind Kane. Plays it out front to Ducharme. Not able to play that cleanly. Poked free of the Niagara Falls control. Comes to the side, but kept in by the Niagara Falls defender. In the corner, this is Ducharme. Puck comes free, and this is Ginsty. He plays it forward. That's just beyond Van Ittersum's reach. Slides into the Niagara Falls zone. Doesn't get past the Niagara Falls defender, though. Niagara Falls now plays it out of their zone. Delamora engaged in a battle with the Niagara Falls forward. That puck now is clear to the zone by Delamora. Icing waved off. 3:21 left in the first period. No score. That clearing pass got past the Niagara Falls forward, got past Ancona. They're coming in. Hard shot wide of the goal. Ooh, that was a hard shot, rising just over the elbow. Poked back in by Niagara Falls. This is Ginsty behind Kane. That puck is played into the corner to Delamora, played back to Ancona. Ancona's going to go back to the other corner where Aldegary is, and Aldegary's going to lift a pass towards Van Ittersum, sliding the length of the ice. That'll come back on an icing charge. Tried to get that to check up like a golf shot, but it's icy out there. It slid the length of the ice. 2:46 left in the first. And that's coming all the way back to Kane's left here in the Ice Hawks zone. Domzalski taking the draw. Won by Domzalski, poked into the corner. Hammond will collect it there, play it off the boards. Ooh, behind the Kane, but that hit a stanchion and got held up. Domzalski comes away with it. Nice little saucer pass to Lavoie. Lavoie now. Ooh, that puck bounced just before Zhang's stick. Got past him, but it bounces into the Niagara Falls zone. Their defender goes down. Lavoie picks up the loose puck. Plays it back to Ducharme. Nice quick release. That shot didn't make the net, though. Niagara Falls now comes back. They're in. Are they behind Hammond? Take a hard shot collected by Kane and the Trapper and held for a draw. 2:17 left in the first. And a scoring chance there for the Niagara Falls team. As often happens, it's a shot from the point that was blocked by a shin guard, and then the puck ends up getting behind the defenders. We had that happen in our last game against CompuWare. That was controlled by the Ice Hawks. Aldegary lifts it, not out of the zone. It's played back in by Niagara Falls. Aldegary has it there. He's going to skate it behind the net. He stops, plays it off the sideboard to Zhang. It gets by Zhang, but it clears the zone. Sent back in by the Niagara Falls side. Zhang keeps it from going too far and goes cross-ice to Lavoie. Lavoie back to Ancona. Ancona across to Aldegary. That pass through the center. Intercepted by the Purple Eagles, and they send it back into the Ice Hawk zone. Kane collects it there. Drops for Ancona. That puck bounces off the sideboard. Aldegary collects it. He hits McCarthy with finally a pass on the tape. McCarthy drops for Speck. Speck at the high slot. Hard shot over the net. Bounces off the backboards. Aldegary collects it there. He plays it to Ancona. That was in his feet. Now the Purple Eagles are on their way back. They lift a pass into the neutral zone, but that's collected by Dobbs. He makes a move on one man. Now plays it off to the side to Speck. Speck looking for Dobbs. Ooh, that pass hit a skate. Aldegary collects it in the circle, but not able to control. Now clear to the zone by the Purple Eagles. That's going to go the length of the ice and be called back on an icing charge. IceHawks with a bit of a push there, but if memory serves, there were no shots on net. Guess it's kind of hard to call that a push. But at any rate, 57 seconds left in the period. Face-off deep in the Purple Eagles zone. Speck lining up to take the draw with Dobbs and McCarthy. Controlled by the Purple Eagles, and they play it behind their net. Ducharme drops in. Pokes it into the corner where McCarthy is. McCarthy plays it back to Speck. That pass not handled cleanly. Niagara Falls comes away with it. They're able to clear with a bounce pass. Hammond on the way back. He's got one man to slow up, and he does. He knocks his man to the ice, and there's going to be a call. So with 34.4 seconds left, Hammond's going to be sit for a couple of minutes for a interference call. That pass being discussed here argued by Coach Smith, but the ref's not having. Oh no, the ref is going to talk to him about it here. At any rate, it's a call. IceHawks shorthanded. Speck taking the draw. Wins the draw. Plays it to Ancona. Ancona loses it. IceHawks or Purple Eagles have it. They play it back to their point man. McCarthy slows them down. That puck comes free. Cleared to safety by Aldegary in a little pirouette-ish type move. Here's Ancona. He's got the puck and he plays it up to Speck. Speck didn't have a lot of time. The Niagara Falls defender got there just about the time that the puck did. Niagara Falls looking to clear. 8 seconds left. That puck's going to go the length of the ice. Can be called back on an icing charge with 3 seconds left in the period and 1:29 left in the IceHawks penalty. If everything goes the way it should, there could be a shot on net, but it's a difficult proposition. Speck will be lining up to take the draw. Kane is staying in the net. No, McCarthy's lining up to take the draw. Played forward. That'll be how things end here after one. 0-0 after one. Scoring chances on both sides, I'd say, but no one really grabbing hold of this game and taking control. All right, teams are lining up here to start the second period. IceHawks a man down. Hammond still in the box for interference. 1:26 left on that period. 12 minutes on the clock. That faceoff controlled by Niagara Falls. Only momentarily, though. McCarthy grabs hold of it, sends it into the Purple Eagles zone. Ooh, but he's not able to control it and make a rush. Purple Eagles clear the zone. Speck collects it in the neutral zone and sends it back in. But now Niagara Falls is on the way out. That puck stolen by Speck and played back to Aldegary. Aldegary hits McCarthy in the neutral zone. McCarthy makes a move, top of the circle, at the dot. Hard shot, juicy rebound. Comes out in front. Ooh, no one there to slam it home. Niagara Falls controls. Aldegary sends it from the neutral zone into the Niagara Falls zone. It's off the boards behind their goaltender. Now clear to the zone. No, that came out and brought back in by Aldegary. Offside. 40 seconds left in Hammond's penalty. 11:14 left in the second period. Game tied at 0. Face-off controlled by Ginsty and the IceHawks. Played back to Ancona. Ancona sends it into the Niagara Falls zone. They play it to their man at the hash marks. They poke it past Ancona. Now we've got an odd man rush on Ducharme. At the dot, they take the shot. Saved by Kane. Rebound behind the net. Van Edersum engaged. No, Niagara Falls comes away with it. A shot from an acute angle. Saved by Kane. Niagara Falls with the puck behind the net. They play it out in front of the slot. They move it off towards the side. Now back to their point man. Rushed by Van Edersum. They go to the other point, man. That shot blocked by Ginsty. Ginsty collects it just inside the blue line. 3 seconds left in this penalty. Ginsty has it in the neutral zone. Makes a move inside. High slot. Goes wide on his man. Leaves it for Van Edersum. Shot on net. Ooh, that rang off the side of the net. Comes out to Van Edersum again. A shot. Ooh, just wide of the net. Off the boards behind the goaltender. Niagara Falls collects it. Now skates down the right wing. They battle it out of their zone in a battle with Delamora. Ginsty offers support. There's 3 Niagara players and 2 Ice Hawk players, and the play is blown dead for a lack of progress. 10:06 left in the second. This face-off will be just outside the Niagara Falls zone. Couple of shots from Van Edersum there down low, just after the penalty completed, but still nothing to count. This is Domzalski taking the draw. He wins it, plays it forward, but Niagara Falls collects it. Now they play it off the sideboard, out of the zone. Ancona collects it at the blue line. He circles, now plays it off the sideboard. That got behind Lavoie and is collected by the Niagara Falls defender at their blue line. Aldegary slows his man down as the puck is sent deep into the Ice Hawk zone. Ancona collects it, hits Lavoie on the outlet. Lavoie goes cross ice to Zhang. That pass not handled cleanly. Sent back towards the Ice Hawk zone, where Aldegary collects it at the red line and sends it into the Niagara Falls zone. Played behind the Niagara Falls net. Lavoie's going to get there first. He circles to fend off a man. Plays it behind to Zhang, but Zhang was covered. In the corner, Zhang and Domzalski have it. Domzalski sends it back to Aldegary. He sends in. That's a shot. Ooh, there's a loose, juicy rebound that came off of the goalie's pad, but Niagara Falls collects it and starts a front here with 3 men. They go cross ice. It's going to bounce off the sideboard. Aldegary will get there first. He's going to skate it behind Kane. He dishes off to Lavoie, who plays it towards the center. Domzalski plays it off the backboard to Lavoie, who just leaves it for Aldegary. That pass just behind Zhang's reach is going to go into the Niagara Falls zone as the Ice Hawks go on a change. Ooh, goodness, there's a lot of open ice. The Niagara Falls team picks up speed. Ooh, but missed their headman pass. That's going to go the length of the ice. Ducharme will collect it there, and he's looking for Speck. He's looking for Speck at the blue line. He has him. Speck's out, 1 man to beat. Dumps to McCarthy. McCarthy puts it through the goaltender's legs to put the Ice Hawks up by 1. 8:27 left in the first. That was a nice headman pass by Ducharme to Speck at the blue line. Speck got into the Niagara Falls zone, left it for dish to McCarthy, who McCarthy with the inimitable finish polishes things off and puts it behind the net here with 8:27 left. The Ice Hawks striking first. Speck now lining up to take the draw. Plays it back to Ducharme. Ducharme. Ooh, that puck, that centering pass hit a leg and retreated further back into the Ice Hawk zone. Ducharme and Speck collect it there, playing it off the sideboard to McCarthy. McCarthy clears the zone. Niagara Falls with it at their own blue line. Now, ooh, they hit the ref. Looks like there is a penalty, I think, on Speck. Let's see. Play is called with 8:03 left, and yeah, it looks like Sebastian Speck is going to sit for a couple for hooking. Face-off will be just outside the Ice Hawks zone. Josh Ginsty lining up to take the draw. Playing with Van Edersum up top. Aldegary and Ancona on defense. That's controlled by the Purple Eagles. Played across the board, the ice here, and sent into the Ice Hawk zone. This is Aldegary deep in his zone. Plays it off the sideboard. That's not going to come out, though. Aldegary has it again. Now he kicks it forward. Ooh, it's Aldegary and Ginsty is joining him. Got 1 man to beat. Aldegary goes deep, plays it all the way into the zone. Now plays it towards the net, but there's no one there. Niagara Falls collects it. Kept in by Van Edersum, but the Ice Hawks bailed on the zone, so Niagara Falls able to control and start to make a play towards the Ice Hawk zone. They have it now in the Ice Hawk zone, playing against Aldegary. He misses his check. That shot on net and controlled by Kane with in the trapper, held for a face-off with 1:14 left in the Ice Hawks penalty. 7:18 left in the second. Ice Hawks up by 1. Face off to Kane's right. Ice Hawks up on a goal by McCarthy from Speck and Ducharme. Ducharme clears the zone. Purple Eagles have it at their line. Oh, that hit the roof. Play will be called dead here with 7:02 left in the second period. Ice Hawks up by 1 on the scoreboard, down 1 on the ice. Speck sitting for another 59 seconds here on his hooking penalty. Domzalski taking a draw. Controlled by the Purple Eagles and sent into the Ice Hawk zone. Hammond will collect it there off the boards behind Kane. He's going to send it off the boards. That's going to go the length of the ice and come back on an icing charge. Domzalski taking the draw to Kane's right. Ooh, it's played towards Kane, steered aside by Kane. Ducharme has it. He plays it behind the net to Hammond. Hammond circles behind Kane. He plays it to Ducharme. Ducharme off the sideboard to Domzalski and poked free of the zone by Domzalski. It's going to be collected by the Niagara Falls side at their blue line. They go cross ice. 25 seconds left in the period. They push it forward, but Hammond slows them down. A battle develops here at the red line. Ooh, that comes to Ducharme. He's got one man to beat. Ooh, he tried to go between the legs using the defender as a screen, but it hit the leg and was directed to the side. Niagara Falls now able to clear the zone, but they don't have any momentum. Looks they are now in the Ice Hawk zone under. Now they're able to slow things down and collect themselves. Ooh, Speck comes out of the box. He was looking for a pass from Dobbs, but it couldn't make it there. This is Ducharme looking long. That hit Dobbs, bounces high, bounces into the ice or Purple Eagle zone. Speck's going to collect it there. He pokes it into the zone. Comes back. McCarthy keeps it alive, pokes it further into the corner. Niagara Falls comes away with it. They skate into the center of the ice, now into the neutral zone, and now lift the puck all the way into the Ice Hawk zone. Niagara Falls going to get there first. Although they go down, that puck comes free. Niagara Falls collects it, plays it into the corner. Now plays it behind the net. Speck's there. Plays it off the side to McCarthy. He's not able to clear. The defender dropped in. Ancona with it against the boards behind Kane. Sent around the dasher. That came off at an odd angle, but Dobbs controlled it and plays it out of the zone. They go. Niagara Falls now goes cross ice at the red line, sending the puck again deep into the Ice Hawk zone. Niagara Falls is offside. They forcing to clear the zone gives Ancona a chance to skate things into the Purple Eagle zone. Dobbs is in front. Ancona circles, plays it back to Aldegary. Aldegary had a hard time corralling it. That shot hit Dobbs in front, was redirected just wide. I thought for sure it was redirected in, but no. Speck now plays it deep, doesn't not able to get to the net. Played to the center, kept in by McCarthy. McCarthy plays it off to the side. He's in the corner now, goes deeper. Leaves it in the corner. Dobbs has it. He's going to play it back to where he tries to play it back to Aldegary. No, that was Lavoie, but not able. Ooh, McCarthy laid his man out. Puck comes free. Speck has it there. He leaves it for McCarthy. McCarthy in the corner, plays it deep. Lavoie's going to collect it. Sends it out front. No, not out front, but he sends it towards the front where Speck collects it. He plays it off the sideboard to Ancona, but the geometry was wrong there. That got to the Niagara Falls player before it got to Ancona. Now Niagara Falls plays it into the Ice Hawk zone. Aldegary has it there. He goes across to Lavoie. Lavoie through the center to McCarthy. That pass not handled cleanly. Niagara Falls comes away with it and returns the pressure towards the Ice Hawk side. McCarthy on the back check loosens the puck and sends it towards the Niagara Falls side. On a change now, Niagara Falls plays it forward. Ancona plays it long to Speck. Speck looking for Zhang. Has Zhang in front. Zhang makes the move and pops it in. Speck to Zhang. Ancona to Speck to Zhang. These long passes. Speck's calling for him. They're finding him, and he's setting up the last push. Initially by McCarthy on goal 1. Now by Zhang on goal 2. Zhang from Ancona and Speck to put the Ice Hawks up by 2 with 3:33 left in the second. Domzalski lining up to take the draw. Controlled by the Purple Eagles. They play it towards the Ice Hawk zone where Ducharme has it. His clearing pass doesn't make it out of the zone. Domzalski, though, takes attempt number 2 and is able to clear up to Lavoie. Lavoie skates it into the Purple Eagles side, lets a shot go just wide of the net. That bounces into the corner where Zhang's going to send it around back behind the goaltender. Lavoie's there. He plays it into the corner. That's going to come around. Hammond slows his man down. Puck loose is collected by Zhang. He plays it into the zone, collected by Domzalski, now played back against the boards behind the goaltender. Domzalski sends it out front. Zhang has it. It's bouncing. He's not able to take a shot. He sends it towards the net. Ooh, no. I don't think the goalie ever made a save there, but now it's in the corner. Lavoie has it. Plays it down low to Domzalski. That shot, rebound. Lavoie with a second shot. Didn't make it to the net. Kept in by Hammond. Hammond has it at the sideboard. He sends it out front to Zhang. Oh, he couldn't get he couldn't get the shot he wanted, just as I can't get the word I want. And he bounced it towards the goaltender, and the goaltender made the save, keeping the score at 2-0 for the Ice Hawks. Goals by McCarthy and Zhang with 2:34 left in the second. Ice Hawks seeming to start taking control of this game now. That face-off controlled by the Ice Hawks. A puck sent towards the net by Ginsty. I don't think it made it there. And now it's clear to the zone momentarily. Now returned back into the zone by the Ice Hawks. And again, cleared by the Niagara Falls side. At the red line, Ginsty collects it and sends it into the Purple Eagle zone. He's sent down on the way towards the net. Delamore collects the loose puck. Nabe able to make a play. Ooh, Ginsty looks like he might be hurting. Kept in by Aldegary. Yeah, Ginsty's going to the bench. He might have hit the boards in an awkward way. Puck comes out, played back in by Delamora. Ice Hawks have to clear. Now they do, affording the Niagara Falls side a chance to set up a play. They're not able to get past Van Ittersum in a neutral zone. Now they're going to try a second attempt, and they do. They're on Aldegary. They try to go wide on him. Now they move inside. That puck comes free. Ooh, and a lifted stick right at the end prevented a little tap-in. This is Ancona now playing it through the center towards Speck, but the Niagara Falls side got in the way of that pass. Played into the Purple Eagle zone. That's Delamora. Down to Van Ittersum in the corner. Behind the net to Speck. Speck looking to set something up. Aldegary drops in. Ooh, he redirects that pass just wide. Van Ittersum collects it behind the net. Plays it towards the net. Ooh, and the goaltender drops a glove on it and holds it for a face-off with 1:10 left in the second. Ice Hawks up by 2. Goals by Zhang and McCarthy. And this face-off will be deep in the Purple Eagles zone. Speck taking the draw. Dobbs and McCarthy with him up front. Played back to Hammond. Ooh, that shot. He didn't get the lumber he wanted on that. Dobbs collects it before it got to the net, and he plays it in the corner. McCarthy's there. Plays it off the backboards, but not able to control. The Purple Eagles come away with it. They play it back. Hammond keeps it in. Although he goes down, that puck is loose. I think it's under him, though. McCarthy able to... No, Dobbs able to come in, but they blow it dead. I believe that puck ended up underneath Hammond. Face-off is coming outside. Hammond looks like he might be smarting. Yeah, might have landed on the tailbone. At any rate, this face-off just outside the Niagara Falls zone. Controlled by the Purple Eagles. Played off the side, out of the zone, and then sent back in by Hammond. Niagara Falls clears their zone again. Poked back in by Ducharme. Kept in by McCarthy. This is Dobbs and McCarthy. Dobbs at the dot. Hard shot off the crossbar. It sails to the side. Played back by Speck, but Niagara Falls comes away with it. Their centering pass intercepted by Ducharme. He plays it to McCarthy, who plays it off the sideboard towards the Purple Eagles zone. Sent back towards the Ice Hawks zone and returned by Hammond to McCarthy. McCarthy plays it to the center to Dobbs. He plays it down low to Speck. Speck has a couple of cracks at it. No goal. 7 seconds left. That was a nice play. This is McCarthy circling. Oh, his centering pass didn't have the pace on it he wanted. Cleared to safety by the Purple Eagles. And that's how things will end here after 2, with the Ice Hawks up by 2. Goals by Zhang from Speck and Ancona, and McCarthy from Speck and Ducharme. All right, Domzalski taking the draw. Zhang in the goal. That's been good by the Ice Hawks.
to Lavoie. Right moves inside, sends it across the zone. And unable to make any hay. That puck comes out of the zone and going it out. Alligator lifts it back in the purple in the zone. Ooh, that was initially mishandled. But it comes back out of the zone. This is Alligator. Caught a circle, hard shot. Guys on that.
Off the boards behind the net. 14-17 left in the third. Purple Eagles play it through all the way against the backboards. Cleared around the dasher by Aldegary. Kept in by the Purple Eagles, though. They send it all the way back in. Aldegary plays it off the sideboard to Zhang. That was just beyond his reach. Now Aldegary collects and is skating down the left wing. He's got Lavoie with him. He moves it. Ooh, he doesn't make it past the defender. Ooh, cleared off the sideboard. Ancona has it now just in the neutral zone. He circles. Now plays it up to Ginsty. Ginsty now skating down the left side. He stops. Defenders go for a change. Ginsty plays it back into the corner. Van Ittersum's there. That puck is collected by Van Ittersum, although he's in a battle. He plays it back. Sent to the ice. No call. Ginsty collects a loose puck. Ooh, he tried to play it back to Hammond, but... Oh, there is a tripping call. Let me see. Who is this on? I believe it's on the Niagara Falls Purple Eagles. It might have been the battle with Van Ittersum down low. I was looking at the one ref and didn't see a call, but it looks like that foot is loose down there. That's going to keep moving, just by the way. Face off, Ginsty lining up to take the draw. Controlled back to Van Ittersum, who sends it back to Hammond. Hammond sends it towards the net, steered aside by the Niagara Falls goaltender. Collected by Van Ittersum behind the net, then lost. Niagara Falls played around the dasher. Hammond keeps it in. He circles, plays it out in front. Ooh, there was no one there. Comes off the sideboard back to Ducharme. Ducharme is going to drop it down low to Ginsty in the corner. Minute 35 left in this IceHawks power play. Ginsty makes a move inside, but not able to make it to the net. Clear to the zone by the Niagara Falls Purple Eagles. Ducharme will collect it at the IceHawks blue line. He goes cross ice to Hammond. Hammond through the center to Ginsty. That pass was redirected by Van Ittersum beyond Ginsty. And the Purple Eagles send it back towards the IceHawks zone. Delamora collects it here and sends it into the Purple Eagles zone. Collected there and sent to the line by the defender, but Hammond picked it up. That puck was rolling. He made a hard shot, but it went high over the net. Purple Eagles played out of the zone just. Ducharme collects it in the neutral zone and goes across to the open Hammond. Hammond made a move around one man, dropped it for Ginsty. It eventually got to Ginsty. He's down low. He's playing it back towards Speck. Ooh, but he had a man on him. Speck pokes it into the corner. Plays it behind the net to Ginsty. Ginsty tries to come out front, lifts a shot towards the net, hits the post, and Dobbs came in, but pushing the puck towards the goaltender, whereupon he jumped on it, pounced on it, and held it for a face-off. 11:56 left in the third period. IceHawks up by 2. Second period goals by Zhang and McCarthy. And they're on a power play for the next 34 seconds. That face-off won by Speck, back to Ancona. That was a bouncing pass that came out, got past Aldegary. His centering pass didn't make it to his man. Purple Eagles come away with it. This is Aldegary now in the IceHawks zone. He goes across to Ancona. Ancona across to McCarthy. McCarthy on the left wing. Leaves it for Speck, top of the circle. That pass not handled cleanly. Speck forces to regroup. He plays it across to Ancona. 2 seconds left in this play. Ancona drops in. He's looking, leaves it for Speck. Speck goes wide at the dot from an acute angle. Oh, that hit the crossbar, I think, too. It comes around the corner where Aldegary has it. He plays it behind to McCarthy. McCarthy to Speck out in front, but that was beyond the reach of Dobbs. 11 minutes left in the third. That face-off, play to the point, kept in by Ancona. He sends a shot towards the net, but it's wide. Aldegary drops in, plays it down low to McCarthy, but the Purple Eagle defender got a stick on it. Aldegary now from the point plays it to McCarthy towards Dobbs, kept in by, or played out, and now the Purple Eagles are in on a break. They take a shot. Ancona blocks that shot. Aldegary collects the loose puck, plays it to McCarthy, who redirects it out of the zone. Niagara Falls has it at their blue line. They send it off the sideboard where Aldegheri collects it and goes across to Speck. Speck now has McCarthy and Lavoie with him. He circles, leaves it for Ancona. Ancona plays it deep into the corner. McCarthy will collect it there. McCarthy's heading towards the net. He has the puck poked from his stick and cleared of the zone by the Niagara Falls side. Ancona plays it to McCarthy. McCarthy engaged in a battle up against the boards. Speck comes in for support. Puck comes free. Speck plays it back to Aldegheri. Aldegheri to Lavoie. Lavoie back to Aldegheri. Ooh, that pass was not clean. It comes out soft. Oh, goodness. And there was no shot there, but almost there was. Niagara Falls now collects the puck, sends it towards the IceHawks zone. IceHawks wanted to change. Got some of the guys to change, but not all of them. This is Ducharme behind Kane. He stops. Lays a backhand pass towards Zhang. That got past the point man and into the neutral zone. Domzalski with a burst of speed collects it and pushes it forward. He's all the way in the corner. Plays it behind the Purple Eagles goaltender towards Lavoie, but that got past him. Kept in by Hammond at the point. Now this is Lavoie. He's trying to get a foot on it, a stick on it, but the Niagara Falls team sends it into the corner. Zhang has it there, slows their progress. McCarthy and Zhang. Puck comes free. Domzalski has it, top of the circle. Ooh, sends it towards down low. This is Zhang from an acute angle, steered aside by the Niagara Falls goaltender. Now off into the corner. Niagara Falls, Domzalski slows their progress down, forces them to retreat. They play it off the sideboard. That is a hand pass. Kept in by Ducharme, got it to Domzalski, who took a swing at it and sent it to Zhang out in front of the net. But it was a hand pass, blown dead. 8:44 left in the third. IceHawks up by 2. Face-off just outside the Purple Eagle zone. This is Ginsty taking the draw with Delamora and Van Ederson. Won by Ginsty. Played back to Ducharme. Crossed to Hammond. That got behind him. Ooh, the Niagara Falls side couldn't control that puck. They were behind the defense and played it forward, but beyond the reach of beyond their own reach. That puck now in the corner. This is Hammond. Off the backboards to Ducharme. Ducharme up towards Ginsty. He redirects it forward. Van Ederson's on the chase. Ooh, that puck is not handled cleanly by the Niagara Falls defender the first time, but he's able to clear the zone the second time. Delamora comes in, rushes them. Ducharme plays it in. IceHawks go in to collect the loose puck. Niagara Falls gets there first. They play it off the sideboard. Aldegheri keeps it in. Sends it towards the net. Doesn't make it there. Delamora was there, but the goaltender got a stick on it beforehand. Niagara Falls now in their corner. Circles and starts skating down the left wing. They don't make it much past the neutral zone. That puck is poked off of their stick by Ginsty. Comes all the way into the IceHawks zone. That's Delamora to Ancona. Ooh, he's rushed. Plays it to Delamora. That pass got behind Ginsty. Hard shot from the top of the slot. On net and controlled by Kane. That scoring chance kind of came out of nowhere there, but Kane was up to the task, made the save. 7:31 left in the third. IceHawks up by 2. Goals in the second period by Zhang and McCarthy. This face-off will be deep in the IceHawks zone. Won by Speck to Aldegheri. He plays it off the backboard. That got past McCarthy. Set out in front and kicked to safety by Speck. Dobbs hits a headman pass to Speck, but that's not controlled cleanly. It's played forward where the Purple Eagles have it at their own blue line. Now in their zone. Speck on the forecheck, rushing them. Kept in by Ancona and played deep into the Purple Eagle zone. 7:10 left in the third. Purple Eagles have it in the corner. Off the sideboard, kept in by Ancona. He sends it towards the net, redirected by Speck over the net, off the boards behind the goaltender. This is McCarthy, who plays it back to Aldegheri. He goes down low to McCarthy. McCarthy off the sideboard, collects it, lifts the backhand just behind the net. Dobbs has it on the side, sends it to Ancona, sent towards the net, doesn't make it there. Hit a defender in front, and the Purple Eagles are going to come out. That pass got behind its intended receiver. Is going to go the length of the ice. Icing waved off. Ancona collects it in the corner and has a bit of room to skate. Goes cross ice to Dobbs. Dobbs plays it inside. McCarthy's joining the play. Dobbs winds up. Hard shot. That's about 13 feet above the net. just under the edge of the glass. Drop down. Speck has it in the corner. He plays it out to McCarthy. McCarthy has it. Hard shot. Big save. Steered behind the net by the Purple Eagles. Speck has it there. He circles in the corner. Off the boards to Aldegary. Aldegary plays it around the dasher to McCarthy. McCarthy has the puck poked from his stick. Speck on support helps out. Plays it deeper in. Now Purple Eagles play it behind their goaltender. Lavoie goes in on the forecheck. Plays his man up against the board. Comes away with the puck only momentarily. The clearing pass beyond the reach of the Niagara Falls forward. Aldegary collects it, plays it across to Ancona. Ancona to McCarthy, has the puck poked from his stick in the neutral zone. Niagara Falls now pokes it deeper into the ice hockey zone. Aldegary will collect it in the corner and play it behind the net to Ancona. Ancona behind the net to Speck. Speck going long to McCarthy. Has him. Is he behind the defender? A burst of speed. McCarthy's in all alone. McCarthy, through the 5-hole. That second goal from McCarthy from Speck and Ancona, I believe. With 5:14 left in the third, McCarthy puts the Ice Hawks up by 3. Went 5-hole. I think that was Ancona to Speck to McCarthy. 5:14. Looks like the goaltender is hurt on the play. 5:14 left in the third. Ice Hawks up by 3. Niagara Falls goaltender injured. Looks like he might be, he's back on his feet. I'm not really sure what happened. I don't know if it was just an awkward fall or if it was a heavy contact, but looks like he's up under his own power and looks like he's going to stay in the game. He's been having a good game. He's made a couple of big saves with some shots down low. Yeah, it looks like he's shaking it off. He'll be in for the rest of the game. 5:14 left in the third. Domzalski lining up to take the draw. Zhang and Lavoie with him up front. Hammond and Ducharme on defense. Controlled by the Ice Hawks. That's Domzalski back to Hammond up to Zhang. Now played back into the Ice Hawks zone. Hammond's going to collect it in the corner. He's bumped. That puck comes free, but Domzalski's going to collect the loose puck. Plays it off the side where that hit Zhang in the back. Didn't get out of the zone. That got past Hammond. Niagara Falls has it down low. Played out in front. Hard shot, big save. That's a loose puck down low, but now Domzalski clears it to safety, but it's still in the zone. Lavoie moves inside. He's got a bit of room to skate now. He hits Domzalski in the center, not handled cleanly. Zhang played it behind Domzalski. Hammond hammered a guy. He's down, he's smarting, he's shaking his head. That puck is in the Ice Hawk zone. This is Hammond, and now the play is blown dead. That man was hit hard. 4:30 left in the third. Hammond came through and solidly hit that man, and gingerly being brought back to the bench here. Like I said, it was a hard hit by Hammond, and I'm not sure what he's not feeling himself there. All right, he's going to take a seat and take care from his coaches. Face-off is being racked up here just outside the Ice Hawk zone. That's controlled by the Purple Eagles. They play it back to their defender. Now they play it forward. That's poked past Ancona into the Ice Hawk zone, but Ancona collects it and plays it off the boards behind Kane to Aldegary. That volley's returned back to Ancona from Aldegary. Now his pass to Van Ittersum. Now Van Ittersum skating down the left side. He's going to go wide on his defense. No, he tried to move inside, but didn't make it past. Clearing pass intercepted by Ancona. He's going wide. Ancona from outside the circle, a shot wide of the goal. It's going to bounce off the backboard on the sideboard and be collected by Delamora. Delamora circles. Plays it down low to Ginsty. Ginsty out front to Van Ittersum. That was beyond his reach. Comes out of the zone. He's going to go the length of the ice. Ancona will be the first one there, and he's going to play it behind the net to Aldegary. Aldegary back to Ancona. Ancona cross to Van Ittersum. That pass poked forward now to Ginsty at the red line, skating into the Purple Eagle zone. He played it out front, but his colleagues left him to go for a change. Purple Eagles collect it. They're clearing pass. A intercepted by Dobbs. He played it in, but Ginsty was trapped offside, so forced a retreat out of the zone, gives the Purple Eagles a chance to clear. Now this is Speck. He circles at his own blue line. Played across ice to Dobbs. Dobbs has McCarthy with him. Dobbs going to skate it in. McCarthy drops it for McCarthy. No, he went back to the forehand, but the goalie threw a pad out, made a nice save. 2:51 left in the third. Clearing attempt not successful by the Purple Eagles. McCarthy sends it back into the corner. Speck on the forecheck. McCarthy's also there. Speck comes away with it, plays it back to Hammond. He didn't have time. He just sent it back into the corner. McCarthy's there. He plays it to Speck behind the goal. Speck lifts it back to Hammond. That one-timer collected by the advancing Purple Eagle forward and clear to the zone. Ducharme, though, plays it forward. On the return volley, collects it, now hits McCarthy. McCarthy's got one man to beat. He winds up. Oh, he's not able to take a shot. As he wound up, the defender poked the puck beyond its point of address. The Purple Eagles now skating it through the neutral zone. They're in on Hammond. That shot on net, steered aside by Kane, collected by the Purple Eagles in the corner. Ducharme's there, though. He comes away with the puck. He's got Lavoie, plays it up to Lavoie. Lavoie not able to make it past the defender. The defender drops in. Purple Eagles have it. They move down low. Ooh, Speck gets in the way of that plan. Behind the net, that puck is loose into the corner. Ooh, there's lumber being traded, and there's going to be a call made. Let's see what's going on here. It's a roughing call on Speck, I think. Let's see. With a minute 39, there's a penalty being called on Speck. Yeah. I thought there was a... All right. That's Speck's second time in the sin bin, but it hasn't hurt us too much. Perhaps opportunity cost, I'm not sure. But at any rate, Domzalski lining up to take the draw. Down in the ice hawk zone to Kane's right. Got Lavoie with him up front, Hammond and Ducharme on defense. Controlled by Domzalski, played it to Ducharme, who plays it off the board to Domzalski. Domzalski's on a rush. He's got a head of steam. He's going wide, but he's on his backhand, sends it towards the net, steered aside by the goaltender. Nice rush by Domzalski. Clear to the zone by the... No, not clear to the zone. Controlled, picked up by the Purple Eagles, but on the forecheck, Lavoie comes away with the puck after Domzalski hammered his man. Domzalski behind the net, couldn't make it out in front. Now he does. He tried the wraparound, but turned away by the goaltender. Purple Eagles clear the zone. Lavoie on the back check slows their progress. Just in the ice hawk zone. That puck is up against the boards. So now it's clear to the zone with a minute left in the game. Ice Hawks up by 3. Sent into the ice hawk zone by the Purple Eagles. Hammond will collect it behind Kane, but he doesn't have a whole lot of time. Plays it off to the side, but the Purple Eagle forward controls it from there. Sends it towards the net. That hit Domzalski. Lavoie tripped as he hauled down. He's up, but there's a delayed call. And now play is blown dead with 39 seconds left in the game. Ice Hawks on a penalty kill, and now they'll be playing 4-a-side for the remainder of the game. Lavoie hauled down on his way out of the zone, or through the neutral zone, and the Purple Eagles will take a tripping penalty to finish the game here 4-on-4. Ginsty lining up to take the draw with Van Ittersum, Ancona and Aldegari on defense. Controlled by the Ice Hawks. That's Ginsty to Aldegari. Aldegari back to Ancona. Ancona at his blue line. Plays it up to Ginsty. Ooh, but Ginsty was turning away towards the center. Purple Eagles have it in their zone. They move inside. Their centering pass. Ooh, that's going to be an icing call. No, waved off mysteriously. But Aldegari will collect it behind Kane. Moves inside. He's starting to pick up speed. Aldegari moves back inside. Ooh, puck is left there for Ancona as Aldegari is hammered. Ancona stopped before the blue line, sent Ginsty and Van Ittersum offside. They scatter back onside. Van Ittersum makes a move at the point, sends it out front, towards Ginsty, but that was just poked away by the Purple Eagle defender. And as the buzzer sounds, the game is over. Ice Hawks walk away with a 3-goal lead, or with a 3-goal win.